There are many common myths about the use of sedation in dentistry as far as what works and what doesn't. And one of the most common myths that we as dentists encounter is the fact that most patients feel that when you get sedated that you're not numbed up, meaning aren't subjected to needles, and that simply is not true. Although when we sedate you, you are in a lot more relaxed state, it's kind of inevitable that you still have to be adequately numb. So there are still needles involved with the procedure. However, they're a lot more comfortable because of the relaxed state you're in, and certainly because of the amnesia effect of the sedation, you simply do not remember the use of the needles. It's for that reason, too, that we're oftentimes worried about whether the memory of these instruments will be recalled, and typically, again, most people do not recall any incidents of the actual dental experience itself. Other myths that we typically encounter are the fact that most people use the term totally asleep when they're discussing their dental sedation experience. And it's very important to understand that most of the sedations that we do, while the patient is in a very relaxed state, they are not totally asleep. When we talk about totally asleep, we're referring oftentimes to general anesthesia, which is what the patient would undergo if they went to a hospital-based setting. And that is a lot different in the fact that when you undergo general anesthesia, you are not able to maintain your own airway. You actually have a device attached to you that assists you in breathing. With the sedations that we do in dentistry, you are very, very relaxed, but you are still able to sustain your own breathing and respond to verbal command, which is a lot different than general anesthesia. And one of the other myths that we'll talk about is the fact that most people feel that after sedation that you can basically go back that day and do whatever you were doing before. We typically tell you, because of the effects of the sedation, that you really need about 24 hours before you do anything such as operating heavy machinery, driving, or going to work, or making any conscious decisions that would affect your life.